All right, everyone, it's your boy Ernest Dove, New York Mets Dove Report. On this week's show or this segment, I want to talk about all things injuries and rehabbing. Let's talk minor league prospects behind the scenes, on the grind, in the backfields at Clover Park. I wanted to give you guys updates for some of the pitchers that are working back there, all the way including Matt Allan and Calvin Ziegler among this small group of arms that I want to talk about today. So please stay tuned to the very end and please continue to support the channel, subscribe to the New York Mets Dove Report as I continue to do the best that I can week in, week out, even into the off season and the winter. I'll be doing a lot of interviews. Things are going to be set up. Let me get things going right now. Let's kick these things off. Want to talk about a name, obviously, amongst most of them that hasn't been talked about in a very long time. One of them is 23-year-old right-handed pitcher Wyatt Hudpole. If you remember Hudpole, I was kind of showing some videos, hyping him up a lot. He last pitched in May 18th, 2024. So it's been a while for the former fourth-round pick in the 2023 draft. Where in low A that year in 2024, he ended up pitching 29 innings, 31 strikeouts for that one season. Hasn't pitched since. Some of the good stuff in the backfields. He is looking good. He is throwing. I'm hearing he's already topping out back into the mid-90s. This is a really good sign, again, for one of the many, many arms in the Mets system. So I would like to think that we can count on, hopefully, fingers crossed, a solid offseason, a regular form of training and basic offseason into spring. See how he does, hopefully, as normal, breaking camp in 2026. The next pitcher I want to talk about, another guy we haven't seen in a while. Then he returned briefly and then has missed time again. Right-handed pitcher, now 26-year-old Dylan Tebrake, the former 8th-round pick in the 2022 draft. He had already missed a lot of time last season. Then he only pitched briefly this season in 2025, last pitching in April 29th of this year. What I'm hearing is it continues to be a long road for Dylan Tebrake, so we have to keep kind of continuing to give him support, see how he's going to do into next year. It looks like for the remainder of the offseason, he's still in the rehabbing, strength, and conditioning process right now at Clover Park, in the backfields, in the rehab process. Look for him possibly even into next summer is when you may hear the name Dylan Tebrake again. Summer 2026, perhaps. Wish him the best. The other things I want to get into, 23-year-old Zach Thornton, the guy who just dominated all season. Got a cup of coffee of sorts in high A, putting up a 0.44 ERA in high A. Then he got promoted to double A this year, had a 2.60 ERA in double A. He has pretty much possibly the best overall pitch command of any prospect in the Mets system. Then, unfortunately, he went down with an oblique injury. Some of the updates on him, progressing well. The oblique is healed. He's in the backfields, throwing, doing the normal conditioning, maybe some pen sessions, stuff like that. Zach Thornton's going well. We want to see how things progress now into the winter, into the off season. Now, again, because of this injury that shut him down early, he only pitched 72 innings this year. And he continues to be a projected starting pitcher for the Mets organization going forward. So it looks like there's going to be some winter plans for Zach Thornton to eat innings. I'm not really hearing any confirmations. I don't know if he'll end up in a Winter League ball. I don't know if he'll be on the AFL roster. I'm not sure if that's going to happen at this point. They may have other options, other plans for Zach Thornton, but it's going to include arm strength and strengthening to kind of like build up the arm so that he can go the 100-plus innings in 2026. And I believe he will be on track as normal in camp next year to go ahead and do that. The other two main guys to bring up, the obvious ones. Matt Allan, the guy who basically disappeared for like 5 years, came back like a rocket throwing 97 this year briefly. And then, of course, while he was in high A pitching, after pitching, I believe, in low A or even the Florida Complex League, he ended up being shut down again, last pitching on June 10th. The main update I can give finally on Matt Allan, it's very brief, very general, but he is in the progression process of a regular throwing program and routine. So he is in the backfield. He is throwing. He is alive, everyone. To me, I would like to imply, this means that Matt Allan is going to continue working hard, giving this a shot through the offseason, and run this right back in 2026. As soon as I get more info, even throughout the winter, I'll let you guys know. The other long-term guy I feel like we've been waiting on forever, he's now 22-year-old high school draft pick Calvin Ziegler from the 2021 draft in the second round. He last pitched in April 14th, 2024. What's happening right now, some good news for him. In the last week, he's been having his progression throwing program bullpen sessions for Calvin Ziegler. Again, these aren't huge updates, but what really matters is these guys, including Allan and Ziegler, they're medically cleared to be throwing regularly as a routine weekly in Port St. Lucie in the backfield. So that's the update on him. That's the update on all these guys. I know you guys have been hitting me up forever trying to see about some of the names that you really are familiar with and you love and support. I would like to think that all 5 of these Mets pitching prospects can have their turn again in 2026. So please don't forget about these guys. And also, please don't forget about me. Ernest Dove, New York Mets Dove Report. Continue to support me and the channel. I'm going to keep this going the best that I can. Getting really close to being like monetized, start bringing in some money. And once I do, that's when the giveaways are going to start happening so I can give back to everyone who's been so kind to me. Thank you guys. Next time.